I don't know if I mentioned this, but I was looking at a Murcielago.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and drop that bomb.
I was looking at a Murcielago
I said the word. We're going to get demonetized.
Oh, no. Well, actually, we're not technically monetized yet, so it's okay.
Okay.
We can.
Okay.
We're flying high and free right now. Yeah, but maybe later on it will get flagged. But yeah, I was looking at a Mercy. Because,
Lord have mercy.
and I was, I think that's probably where I'm going to go after this build, because it's a big V12 scissor door Lamborghini.
It's the big boy.
Yeah, and the early models, the 02s and 03s, only had manuals. Yeah, so that's the one I want to get. However, they are stupid expensive.
Really?
Really expensive. There's one that I was looking at. It's an 02. It's in Florida. It needs some work. Needs a little bit of work, some cosmetic work. It has a rebuilt title.
Ooh.
Because it wasn't any accidents. It wasn't in floods, but there was like a vandalism or something, and then they rebuilt it. So that's something I don't care about, right? And I talked to my friend Ed Bolian from VinWiki, and he told me that if something has a salvage title and it's not, like it hasn't burnt to the ground or something, then it's usually 20% off whatever retail is, if you have a good example of it. So this guy in South Florida, he's asking $160,000 for a 2002 Lamborghini Murcielago. So realistically, I would have that car at between 100 and 120. So that's what I would pay for a car like that. And I don't know what I'd do with it, because I think I would probably do a conversion to maybe like an LP 670, that sort of body style.
Okay.
Just give it some more flair, maybe update it a little bit. But I love the look of that car.
Oh, it's so good.
It's great, and even though that was in the midst of Audi's takeover, Volkswagen and Audi's takeover of Lamborghini, this was more Lamborghini than the Aventador is. So the Aventador was more Audi and Volkswagen derived, because, the fit and finish is like good in that car. Like the Gallardo is way more Audi. Like most of the stuff in the Gallardo is Audi.
Yeah.
And the Gallardo is closer to any other car that they have now versus any car they had before then. But the Murcielago is way closer to the Diablo than it is the Aventador. So it's more old Lamborghini with just imperfections everywhere, and stuff doesn't really fit, and it's small and it's uncomfortable, that sort of thing.
The interiors of the early Murcielagos do not age well.
No, they don't. They're not good places to be. They're a good place to be, but they just, if you ever seen an old British, an older, I want to say like maybe mid-90s, like a British supercar, maybe like a Aston Martin or a TVR or something, it's covered in leather, but it's just padded foam. Like it doesn't make any sense. And there's, the thinking was, we'll just put leather everywhere. That's nice, right?
Yeah, luxury.
Yeah, it's luxury. And then it's like, no, but it looks like a 5-year-old sewed it. Like it's really bad, man. It's all the fit and finish. Buttons don't really work, and the air conditioning is garbage.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of cool to own. I'd love to own one of those cars, but I think that's a car to sell. This Gallardo might not be a car to sell.
And that's fine.
This Gallardo might be a car to keep. So that might be where I'm going with this. I don't know. I have no other ideas about supercars, because I'm thinking Ferrari could make sense. I could make do with that budget. I don't think anybody would care about a Ferrari. First of all, because it's been done to death. Doug DeMuro had a Ferrari, and that did really well for him. He didn't do a build on it, but I can't imagine that people really care that much.
Yeah.
And Tyler Hoover has a Ferrari 355. That's doing well, but I want to be on next level. I want to be on, I want this Lamborghini to be like the starting point, and then do something kind of nuts that nobody would ever do, just because it's either expensive, ruinously expensive, or it's, something that nobody ever thought of. So I mean, what can I do other than the Lamborghini and Ferrari and whatever? Like, I can probably get a cheap McLaren. Like, if let's say I had $100,000, I could probably get an MP4.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite one.
Sure, but here's the thing: nobody would care about a McLaren. No, nobody would care that I got a McLaren because first of all, it's an old one. They're not really known for their modifications or their sound or whatever.
Right.
I mean, what does a McLaren sound like? Can you think about it in your head? What does it sound like?
It's a turbo V8, twin turbo V8.
Yeah. What does it sound like?
I mean, do you want me to make the noise right now?
No, but like, most people, do you know what like if you ask a person, hey, what does a McLaren sound like?
Sounds like a 488.
Not really. Kinda, I guess. But like, if you ask them, what does a Lamborghini sound like? They would probably know. It's like, oh, it sounds like an F1 car. It has a high pitched wail, or like, the same thing with a Ferrari. But like, what does a McLaren sound like? It's like asking somebody, what does a giraffe sound like? What sound does a giraffe make? Yeah. So I don't know if people would really care about a car like that. Also, the fact that McLaren has no parts compatibility with anything. So
Yeah, that would suck. Repair costs,
yeah.
maintenance costs would be insane.
Rob Ferretti was talking about
Rob Spaghetti.
Spaghetti was talking about the repair cost of a McLaren, and it was like the power steering rack or something. If that goes out, and I think it's a common issue on those early cars, it's $30,000.
Oh, okay.
It's $30,000, and that's just for like some nothing repair, So at least with the Lamborghinis, like there's enough of them that you don't have to necessarily go to the dealer, even though there are a lot of expensive parts. Like Murcielago parts are probably 2 or 3 times as expensive as Gallardo parts, just because Gallardo parts are it's law of averages and kind of economies of scale.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was looking at a bumper. Like a bumper for a Gallardo is between $2,000 and $4,000. A bumper for an event and a Murcielago, $7,000 to $8,000. Yeah. So
That makes me sick.
you can buy multiple cars for this money. Yes. You can buy multiple cars. So it's just I don't know where to go. But I think wherever I go, I think it should be pretty fun. But I do have my eyes on that Murcielago because honestly, I don't think he's going to sell it for $160,000. It's not worth that much. So if I save my pennies a little bit and maybe in a little bit of time, I can go up to him and say like, I have some money. Can you give me your car?
Hey, I'm here to buy your car, and I got money, so you can give it to me.
Can I see the money? Nope.
Nope, give me the keys, and I'll give you the money.